You know, Sonic's done a lot of 2D adventures along this run. As he started with these 2D adventures and eventually started to go modern, Sega decided to pander to these classic norms of games like Superstars and Mania, but by most people, they've always been off. Sonic 4 has a problem trying to be Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 HD. Superstars is looked at as flawed by most people, and Mania is looked at as too retro. So what's the right way to the classic formula in this new age? Well, I'm Silver, and I'll be looking at one attempt here today. Wind back the clock for this one. In 2001 in Japan, and 2002 everywhere else, writing off what seemed to be Sega's best game of all time, Sonic Adventure 2, they started to give up the console game and become
multi-platform.
What were you doing in 2002? Me personally, I was... So what's this game got? The game doesn't start grandiosely, actually. It's a pretty safe and simple start. But wait, someone gave me a manual, so here's the story. The evil scientist, Dr. Eggman, has hatched another dastardly plot. He plans to build a Dr. Eggman empire by turning all the animals into robots. If I gather all 7... Chow? Yes, Chow emeralds, I'll gain unimaginable power. You can't just watch your commands become tools at Dr. Eggman. Command Sonic as he dashes into action, along with his pals Amy, Knuckles, and Tails to stop the evil Dr. Eggman. By the way, the rest of this manual just has a bunch of character explanations. It's a pretty simple manual, but this is the story. This game's a good gameplay and a lack of story, so what does this game have in store? One simple yet well-made intro later, we've got pretty snazzy title screen, I'd say. Simple and to the point. You get Sonic looking snarky at the left, the logo in English and Japanese, or the other way around. Can't go wrong with that. Before starting, you have access to all 3 characters and newcomer Amy at least. She hasn't been playable like this in 2D, but I'll be coming back to that later as I am doing a Sonic playthrough. Yup, and bam. Neo Green Hill Zone. Nothing wrong with that. Sonic's moveset in 2D is different than what it's based off in Sonic 3, and it seems that it takes some inspiration from the adventure games. Some stuff has been added. Like this weird roll slide that's not really useful except when you can't spin dash for some reason. And he's got the insta-shield. What? It's been nerfed. How could you do this? The insta-shield was one of the best parts of Sonic's moveset. Once you knew how to use it in Sonic 3, it turned the game upside down. In a good way. But now it seems like it barely even extends from his hitbox. Besides that, his moveset and physics are, I would say, pretty accurate, and it doesn't seem any half bad. The first zone, Neo Green Hill itself, functions as a good introduction to the game. It's a simple grass level that incorporates a lot from the average theming, but I will give them credit. For a first zone, it does better than the average Sonic game. It's got a beach theming along with the grass theming. 2 acts later, you've got the this dramatic music. Yeah. Me too, I'm scared. That's dramatic. The Egg Hammer Tank is a pretty simple boss fight. You jump on it 8 times and then you're done. Just like the classics. Don't quote me on that 8 times. Welcome to the second zone, Secret Base. Weird theming for a second zone, but okay. For a secret base, it doesn't feel like a base to me. What base has loops like this? That's hilarious. This is a weird choice for the second zone, but I'm cool with it. And fighting the egg spring that oddly has an automatic hit that gives you no indication of how to dodge was weird, but that wasn't difficult at all. For a second zone, there's nothing much to it. It introduces these things that make you spin without spinning, but besides that, it's a pretty simple zone. You can't go wrong with it. We have Casino Paradise Zone. Trust me, it's different than Casino Night. You've got flags that turn you around, bumpers, and bowls. Yeah, bowls. Besides that, it's nothing much as a level, just like Secret Base. It's a casino hunt rehash, alright, pretty average for a level. Negative points for being Casino Night. This boss took me a few attempts though. Next up, we got What's with this music? Yeah, we got water in this level too. Sonic's slow as a snail in the water like always, but the way the level's designed almost makes him too slow. To the point where I was stupidly close to dying without bubbles, but never actually died in my playthrough in both acts. But besides that, it's a pretty cool level. What's the Eggy Boy got this time? The egg spider? Yeah, that looks like a spider. Okay, I kind of have a problem with this one. The sheer lack of reach the insta-shield gets makes this level pain. I don't like this boss, even though it's an interesting way to design it. I just really wish it wasn't so formulaic, and for a fourth zone, I think it could have been handled a bit better. Angel Island. Whoa! What's up with Angel Island just being here? All up in the sky, just casually, no sky chase, no nothing, just Ice Mountain and then up to Angel Island. Just like that. You could have added a cutscene or something. It was just straight up Angel Island, just like that. Or maybe it's another zone based off Angel Island, but I don't know, it seems kind of intentional. When I first played this level, I thought this is where the game was gonna start to drop. You got bottomless pits, the level design is more blocky. I like the new concept established in these stages, like the rolling balls that... Wait, huh? What's happening, huh? Welcome to the special stage. Sonic Advance's special stages are definitely weird compared to your average big ring you jump into a checkpoint. You're on a snowboard as you fall to seemingly your demise, and have to collect rings to get the cancel mode. They're fun, but I think the most fun part is seeing when you fail. No sound effect, no voice acting, just... hilarious. Angel Island ends up with a fight against the egg. Knuckles? Okay, I didn't know we were in Hidden Palace now. He's an improvement of the original fight since he's metal and just decides to spit rockets at you. Next, you've got Egg Rocket. Egg Rocket, just like that. You could really benefit from some cutscenes. It would make things look more cohesive. It is an interesting level theme, though. You've got a vertical level that goes upward as you make your way up to the top of the rocket. Parts just straight up disappearing as you make your way up. I just want to say that getting through this act is weird, since there was no goalpost, no ring to collect, just... like, it was kind of confusing. Next we have Chaos Angel Zone. Act 2. Changing names but keeping the same zone. I respect that, but it is kind of misleading. This act was short for a final act, I'd say. All you've got is a pretty basic level and these cool conveyor belts. All this act has is a normal light stage act with gravity flipping and no indicator to that gravity flipping at all whatsoever. The boss mini game over a few times, but that's respectable for the boss this late, even if your rings unfairly fall over the ground. And that's it. Sonic Advance. Or not. Welcome to X Zone with this tense music. It's simple. 3 fights. And the retroest ones at that. We've got the retro ball and chain. And the retro egg gel that functions nearly the same. Both of these function the same. Isn't that super retro? What's next? What's the third one? The retro flamethrower. Oh, it's a new boss. The Egg X. Yes, it's called the Egg X. What about this boss screams X? Your guess is as good as mine. It's a decently difficult boss, but once you understand it, you can cheese it really easy. Laser, go down. Hand, move back. Cannon, dodge. Moving away, hit it while it's moving. Simple boss, nothing really, but that's the aim. It's a pretty bite-sized adventure. Collect the Chaos Emeralds and you get the Moon Zone, which you also need to finish the game with all the characters, which is unnecessary. It's the trademark supersonic fight, but it sucks in the sense that I needed to play this, albeit short, game 5 times, but maybe that's a good thing. I could see kids on the playground talking about this game and how, like, wait, there's another boss? Inciting a child to keep playing this game on their Game Boy Advance on their road trips and such. That's it, Sonic Advance. For the game that introduced sprites used everywhere in the Sonic community, it's definitely a simple game. The sprites are expressive as well, and I think this is what Sega should really do for 2D exclusive at this point. Classic Sonic has its moments yet, but I think exclusively 2D modern games that aren't any bad at all. Yes? Huh? Okay. There's more of these? Here's a small glass and Amy. She controls really weirdly. However, it does do a better interest to the Insta-Shield, but it doesn't fix my problem with the moon.